end of last year. Now they are in the green with all the news around the upstream and downstream sectors. These major oil retailers are now back in the game. They didn't share much of the rally towards the end of 2017, but now they are among the leaders. Look at Forty Oil. They're a very blue chip integrated energy trader, which is fingers in both downstream oil sector and the energy business, what you call the electricity. 1.274 million shares, that was up about 2%. 52 naira is the new price level. Corn oil, a little bit smaller in terms of market cap compared with Forty Oil, was also a green 41.38, finding a new price level, now well above the 30s by 5.05%. Double One PLC, formerly Mobile, 216 naira per share, up nearly 10%, 8.27, less than 35,000 shares. MRS remain unchanged. Oando, of course, will not change until the regulatory sanctions against the company change. So that stock, that troubled energy trader, remained at 5.99 naira, but you can see the volume there still in the millions every day. Flip it over. Let's see what the rest of that oil and gas stocks look like. I'm looking at Seplat, still unchanged. Total, 231, a grey shoot. Eternal Oil lost about 0.31% of its value, holding that 6.43 a closing level at with about 3.114 million ordinary shares. Let's look at the unlisted securities market. That's your NESD. Over the counter, that's where the USI gained almost 1% on Wednesday, sharing the rally on the other side of the street where you have the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So we're holding the USI real steady around the 600. In fact, we're solidly in 629.31 if you read in the USI. Then the market cap is also doing very well. We're now 425.8 billion. And in terms of the primary data, we had just about 4 transactions yesterday, and less than 200 units. Finish off this round very quickly on the fixed income space. Treasury bills about 220. Today is Thursday. The central bank will be repaying some matured treasuries today. We'll get the numbers out for you, and that will mean that the transactions will remain a little bit very active. This is for the Naira bond, 14.30 billion. That's quite a very huge job. But for treasury bills, you can see there the yields. Look at the second column there. That's where you see the yields for a treasury maturing 19th of April, 12.35%. Those yields declining very rapidly. Let's go back to the business of the oil and gas commodities, that's what you call it. Adim Okwesa is sitting down at our Lagos studios this morning from Financial Derivatives Company to take us through what some of the burning issues. The Niger Delta militants, good morning, Adim Okwesa. And this Niger Delta militants say they're going to burn, technically speaking, well, figuratively speaking, burn some of the oil facilities moving forward. Do we have any idea why the militants want to go back to this business of violating oil facilities?
Well, I think it just shows that previous negotiations haven't resulted in any long-lasting results. In the past, the government has offered material incentives, but the resulting peace has proved to be temporary, and it's just an unfortunate situation now. I think the government lacks the financial resources and arguably the political will to implement any distribution of oil wealth, which is what the oil militants want. And let's not forget, the government's already contending with Boko Haram in the northeast, clashes between herdsmen and farmers in the middle belt, and secessionists in the southeast. So the government's negotiating power has seriously deteriorated compared to this time last year or 2016. So it's a very difficult challenge that the government faces.
Yes, very difficult. We're not sure whether the Niger Delta Avengers would make good their threat to resume facilities vandalization and damages and what have you in the next few days. But if they really do we have any idea how this will impact Nigeria's oil output?
Yes, indeed. It will be a huge setback to Nigeria's, not only the oil sector, but the overall economy. In 2016, when the Niger Delta Avengers emerged, it was the main driver of disruption to the oil sector. Oil production was reduced by about 700,000 barrels, and it took our production to the lowest in about 3 decades. This compounded the oil price slump and led to the recession. So if the similar thing happens again in 2018, then all our projections for 2018 will be completely nullified. It will reverse our growth trajectory. A growth forecast for 2.8% will not be likely to achieve. Our inflation forecast of 12.4% will be difficult to attain. Exchange rate projection of 305 to 360 will be difficult to attain. So it's not a good development if a similar wave of attacks on our facilities occurs again.
Yes, it's not going to be good. But let's touch very briefly within the time we have left on the program about the state of the refineries. The State Oil Corporation, the NNPC, says they're bringing back the original builders of these 4 refineries to handle them. Perhaps they know how to handle it better than everyone else. Do you think we should, do you agree with this turn of events that we should get the original builders, for example, Total, Shell, back to revamp this 445,000 barrels per day total capacity of the 4 refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna?
Yes, Adine, I think it would be pleasant development if our 4 refineries can be back to almost top capacity. Those 2 refineries are completely producing in total about 45% capacity. So if those refineries are up to optimum capacity, combined with Dangote's refinery that is coming on at the end of 2019, combined with modular refineries, then it will be a huge milestone for our oil sector. It will provide a long-lasting solution to our fuel crisis, and it will create jobs. It will be a positive development for the country. So let's hope that actually happens.
Okay, let's leave it there for today. I'm sure so these are some of the burning economic news that we have today. Thank you very much, Adimo Kwesadu. Have a great weekend. We'll get to see you in the days ahead on the program. Thank you very much, from one of the research analysts at Financial Derivatives Company. When we come back, we'll be talking more about the state of Nigeria's insurance industry. Let's give it 2 minutes. I'll be right back.